On a scale of 1 to 10, can you rate Love in Every Word Part 2, The Wedding, for me? On a scale of 1 to 10. Let's go. On the comment section, yeah? So have you rated it? Good. Let's continue. If I were to be the director of that movie, there are a lot of things I would have done differently. First of all, I'll give it to Omonoboli. She does well. Yeah, she's good. She's a good filmmaker. But if I were to direct that movie, there are a lot of things I would have done differently. First, when this movie came out, the very first day it came out, I tried to see it so I could just rush and make a review before the wave dies down. But for the fact that I had not seen the part 1 in over 6 months, 7 months that it came out, despite the trending clips, the trending sounds from the movie, the wave that it carried, I didn't even flinch. I didn't even bother seeing it because I thought I would be disappointed, as I always end up getting disappointed. Alright? So when this one came out, I said, okay, cool. Let me just see it. So I can let me see the part 1 so I can be able to understand the part 2, since I want to make a review of the part 2. So I started seeing the part 1. I saw the part 1, and honestly, without mentioning words, I was not intrigued at all with the part 1. I mean, it's a feel good movie. I laughed, I grinned, I smiled, but there was nothing really that intriguing spectacular that happened in the movie, and I'm wondering what was the hype all about. But I understand it is grace. That is what it is, because there are a lot of better Nigerian movies out there. All right, so I didn't find that movie that extraordinarily interesting, that it pulled the kind of wave and wage that it pulled when it came out, which was why a part 2 was made. So that aside, after the part 1, I said, okay, let me see the part 2. And I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed the part 2 more than I did the part 1, because first of all, I got to laugh a lot. You know, the mother became funnier. The character of the mother is a very funny character. I loved her delivery, the Igbos that she was using, and then the Adako character also, you know, that kind of like brought a little spice to the movie. I laughed, like really laughed. All right, so, and that's placed an edge over the part 1 for me. But then I couldn't finish the part 2 as well, because at some point I'm like, it wasn't intentional. All right, you know, when you're seeing a movie and then you are not excited about it, you can't leave what you're doing to finish it. There are movies that you'll be seeing, like there are series that you'll be seeing, and then when you remember it, your heart moves and you're rushing whatever you're doing so that you could go back to it and finish it. I'm just talking for myself. So I didn't feel that way in that movie. All right, so I couldn't finish it. Then also, the title of this movie is called The Wedding. Yeah, if I were to be the director of this movie, I probably would have started the first thing with the wedding scene. Like everything that would happen in the movie would happen on the wedding day. I mean, if you watched the wedding party, you would understand what I mean. So everything that happened in that movie would have centered around the wedding. The first thing would be the wedding. Events will unfold. The plot will plot. Secrets will fly. Things will happen on that wedding day. And that's how to keep your audience on the edge of their seats, thrilled, because the dynamics, the different plot twists that they were bringing, the mother disapproving, the ex coming back. What was all that for, when we already knew the end product of this movie? We already knew the end point of this movie, where it's gonna land. They are still gonna do a wedding. So the mother said, no, I did not want you to marry her. She's a bastard. And all of that. We already know that's not gonna work, because the title says the wedding. So it wasn't like we were kept under a suspense like they were trying to achieve. There was no suspense, because I knew personally they must get together at the end of the day. And even when the ex came and bought Range Rover, whatever that was he bought, and was, you know, I already knew it's not gonna work, because this title says the wedding. So the wedding must happen, and for the wedding to happen, they will be together. So if they wanted us to be under suspense. Probably the movie would have started, and then we also got to see only few clips, few minutes from the wedding. Something that is the title of the movie, and the wedding wasn't even as elaborate as they wanted, as they painted it to be. I would have done different. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but it's just said and done anyways. If there is need to hint at what happened previously, it could be a flashback from the wedding day, or someone confessing and then the flashback, because the tension would be there. You bring in a lot of things on that wedding day to disrupt, to scatter, and I bet you this movie would have been a bomb. But regardless, people still love it. I don't know what they saw in the movie. I don't know what Moniboli did, but all the best. A win is a win. So tell me your ratings on the comment section. Like I said earlier, what do you rate this movie? And I'll tell you guys mine. I rate this movie. I'm not gonna say it before you guys come for me, but I'll drop it on the comment section and I'll pin it. See ya. Bye. Until next time.